Hey y'all, this is Renata. I am back recording another video. I know that it has been a tremendous amount of time since my last video. I was something like 20 weeks pregnant. Well, fast forward quite a bit. I am 5 months postpartum. I had my son on September 18th, 2019. A lot has happened, y'all. So much has happened that I don't even know where to start. So this is going to be kind of a long video. I'll chat with you guys on my ride across Georgia. It seems like I have a meeting for work. It's about 2 hours away, so this video won't be nearly that long. But I just want to update you guys on the end of my pregnancy and up to now. So I might break this up into 2 videos. We'll see. So like I said, I had my son on September 18th, 2019. As you know from my previous videos, my pregnancy was actually going pretty great. I wasn't having any issues. The only thing was freaking weight gain. I gained, I don't know the actual number, so you guys have to do the math. So I started my pregnancy at 323 or 328. I want to say 328. I started my pregnancy. No, 323. I started my first doctor's appointment was 323 pounds. I ended my pregnancy delivery day at 367 pounds. So yeah, that's how much weight I gained. Since pregnancy, since I've had Blake, my son, I have lost all of that weight except for, weighed myself this morning, I think 10 pounds I still need to lose. And I fluctuate. I might get to 5 pounds away and then I gain it back. I just haven't been motivated to start exercising and eating right. But we'll get to that in a little while. So the end of my pregnancy continued on the same journey of things were going very well. I didn't have any issues, no preeclampsia, no gestational diabetes. The only thing that did happen was around 34 weeks, I was going into preterm labor. I started to have spotting, and those of you who are pregnant may have had the same feeling that I did. Like every time you went to the bathroom, like you would wipe and look, wipe and look, because you just didn't want to see anything other than nothing, honestly. But one day I went to the bathroom and I wiped and I saw blood. And like I said, it was 34 weeks and it was just a little bit of blood. It wasn't a lot. Maybe like if you're spotting on your period, you might see a little bit, but it was bright red blood. And like I said, it was 34 weeks, so I was freaking out. And this was a Sunday? No, it was a Monday morning. It was a Monday morning and I had to go to a meeting for work. I was still traveling because I hadn't reached the 35 weeks and they don't want you to travel after 35 weeks. So it was 34 weeks. It was a Monday morning and I wiped and I saw blood. So I called the nurse line. So I thought I called the nurse line of my OB, and I actually called and my doctor picked up because she was the doctor on call, thank God. So I said, hey, Dr. Joyner, I just went to the bathroom and I wiped and I saw bright red blood. She's like, okay, come and see me. So she told me to come and see me, be there at 10. So this was like at 8, they opened at 9. Maybe it was 7, they opened at 8. She's like, I can fit you in at 10 o'clock. I said, great. She wasn't concerned. She didn't tell me to go to the ER or anything. She's like, okay, I want you to come in. So I came in and she did a vaginal check on me just because I did see the blood, but she didn't see anything that was a cause for concern. She put me on the fetal monitor for about 30 minutes to an hour. So I stayed on the fetal monitor and I wasn't having contractions, nothing was going on. But she did want to prepare me for going into labor early because she's like, this is just a telltale sign that your baby's ready to come. So That was 34 weeks, y'all. I was not ready. I didn't pack any bags. Like, I was not packing my bag because I did not want him to come. I just knew as soon as I packed my hospital bag, Blake was going to show up. So I was trying to psych myself out that this baby wasn't coming. So he didn't actually come. But what they ended up having me do, because I was spotting at 34 and 35 weeks. I can't remember if it was 35 weeks or it was right at 34 weeks, because I went in on that Monday. She gave me a prescription for it, and y'all forgive me, I don't remember the name of it. But because at 34 weeks the baby's lungs are not developed as fully as they really should be, this is why if you deliver at 34, 35, 36 weeks, you're likely to have a baby that's going to have some time in the NICU, because their lungs need to develop a little better and they want to monitor them. So they ended up giving me these shots that promote lung growth in babies in utero. So I did that shot. It was 2 days in a row. Yeah, I went on a Tuesday and I came back on a Wednesday and did the shots. And then just went back to my regular every week appointments. So 36 weeks I went in. I had a vaginal again. Everything was fine. Nothing out of the ordinary. And then 37 weeks I went in. They did not do a vaginal. They were not going to do another one until I went to the hospital, because they just didn't want to be all up in there, because I had already had the spotting. They didn't want to encourage him to come unnecessarily early. So I went in at 36 weeks, had a regular old OB appointment. That seems like kind of a waste of money. But they just weigh you, take your vitals, and they do I think they did a fundal height check. And then they checked him on the fetal monitor, the Doppler, and that was it. Same thing happened at 36 weeks. And at 37 weeks, it was the same. Blake came early, 2 weeks early. He came at 38 weeks, one day. So what happened was, on Tuesday of my 38th week, Tuesday of my 38th week, my water broke. So let me tell you what happened. So I'm just in the house living life, I think at this point I've already packed my bag. I've already packed my hospital bag. I think I packed it that Sunday. And just, did I tell y'all, I didn't want to pack my bag, because as soon as I packed my bag, Blake was going to be like, it was time for him to come, and he wanted to see what was going on the outside. I kept telling him, I'm like, Blake, there's nothing to see. You don't need to be here. Everything is going to be here when you get here. So I would tell him that every day. So at 38 weeks, on the nose, my water broke. That was a Tuesday. So, I'm just doing laundry. And y'all, anybody who's pregnant knows, you pee on yourself. Like, I peed on myself, like almost whole bladder pee, because you just can't make it to the bathroom as fast as you normally could. And like, your baby moves and pushes on your bladder, and it's like just pee. Like, you almost can't even stop it. And it's like, whatever, I'll just change my clothes. So, again, I'm doing laundry. I'm at the washing machine, putting clothes in the washer, and I'm tall. I'm 6 foot, so our washer is elevated. But even though it's elevated, I still can get up in there pretty good. There's not really much I can't get out the bottom of the washer being elevated, maybe half a foot off the ground. So, no, maybe like 4 inches, not too much. So anywho, so I'm doing laundry, whatever, and I'm like, dang, Renata, you are peeing on yourself again? And I kind of chuckle to myself, and I go on with my life. I'm like, dang, I just got dressed. I just put clothes on. I'm like, I gotta waste another pair of leggings, because I was not getting dressed. Look, if I wasn't wearing leggings, I wasn't putting clothes on. Like, I had on panties and a shirt, or panties and like an old lady house dress, because I'm like, I'm not even putting clothes on. Like, my clothes don't fit. I'm not trying to be uncomfortable. So I was at home. I wasn't traveling anymore. What I'm getting dressed for. So, but this day I actually had leggings on. Maybe I was going to go someplace. I don't know. But, oh, no, I wasn't going anywhere. I was doing laundry. I was cooking dinner and just living life. So I had leggings on. I'm like, dang, I just put these clothes on. Now I done peed through my dang clothes, right? So I'm like, all right, let me go change. So I go pee because I'm like, I'm still peeing. So I'm still peeing. So I go to the bathroom, wipe, do whatever, get up to go put on some new underwear and new pants and all that. And I'm still peeing, y'all. I'm like, this ain't pee. I think my water broke. So I called Jimmy, my fiance, my now fiance. So I called Jimmy. I knew he was out with his goddaughter. They had went to the mall, and they were going to eat dinner in the food court. I was making my dinner, which I think I was just heating up something and making like some noodles or something to go with it. So I called Jimmy. I said, hey, Jimmy, I think my water broke. No, I didn't even say that. I said, hey, Jimmy, what are you doing? What's going on? And he's like, nothing. He's like, we're in the food court eating dinner. And I said, oh, okay. I said, no need to worry, but my water broke. My water broke, and finish eating your dinner. I'm about to eat dinner because I wasn't having contractions. I just knew my water broke. I said, don't worry, don't rush. I'm about to sit down at the table and eat dinner because I'm not going to the hospital to starve, because I know that they're not going to let you eat, and there's no telling at this point when Blake's really going to come, because I already knew I was 3 centimeters dilated, because at 34 weeks when I wiped and saw blood, I was 2 centimeters dilated at 34 weeks. That's why they gave me the shots. I'm sorry, I forgot to say that. So 34 weeks, and I'm sorry, y'all might hear my windshield wipers because it's raining as I'm driving. But again, 34 weeks, I was 2 centimeters dilated, and then I stayed at 2 centimeters probably for 2 more weeks, and then I got to 37 weeks, and I was 3 centimeters dilated. 3 centimeters dilated when I got to the hospital at 38 weeks. Okay, so now you're caught up. So again, I sat down at the table, ate my dinner, and Jimmy's like, well, do you still want me to bring you a cinnamon bun? Because I wanted a cinnamon bun from Cinnabon. I said, absolutely, I want my cinnamon bun. So he brought my cinnamon bun. I ate half of that, and I should have brought the whole thing with me to the hospital, but I didn't. So I sat down, ate my dinner. He got there. I ate half my cinnamon bun, and then he got ready. We went to the hospital. Oh, then I called the nurse line. Y'all, my water broke, and I didn't even call the nurse line because I was not going to the hospital. I wanted to labor at home, and I didn't do that, and I'll tell y'all why. So at 38 weeks, water broke, all that, called the nurse line, and I spoke to Dr. Rushing, I believe that's who I spoke to, and she was like, well, the only way we're going to know if the baby's truly coming is if you come in and we do a vaginal. And I said, well, if I come in and you do a vaginal and my water truly did break, are y'all going to make me stay? And she's like, probably so. Y'all, I didn't want to go because I knew I wasn't having contractions and I wanted to labor at home. I didn't want to just sit there in the hospital bed forever. And I didn't want to be induced. I did not want to be induced because I didn't want to rush Blake. All the while, he's been trying to come since 34 weeks, but I didn't want to rush him. So, what's it called? So, Jimmy ended up getting ready. He's like, Renata, come on, let's go to the hospital. Funny story. So, we took pre-delivery class, whatever you call it, at the hospital. So the lady was saying, we took it at the hospital we were going to deliver at. So she was saying that the nurses, the medical team allows you to have clear fluids, but you can also have ice pops. So I'm like, yes. The whole pregnancy, I was addicted to, let me slow down, this 35 miles an hour, I'm going 60. I was addicted to slushies, ices, anything like that. I loved it. Like, I probably had them 4 times a week. It was ridiculous. But that was my thing. So I'm like, yes, we can have ices. You know, the little cheap ones, the clear ones you give kids in the summer. So I got a pack of those, and I have this little red cooler. And Jimmy's like, are you really going to bring that cooler to the hospital? I said, absolutely, because where am I going to put my ice pops at? You know, to me it made absolute sense. Like, I can't eat anything. So this is my one joy, these ice pops. So I said, I'm absolutely bringing this red cooler, right? So I had my hospital bag, he had his hospital book bag, and I had my red cooler with my ice pops in it, right? And I think I put an ice pack in there with it. I don't know, but my ice pops were going to stay cold. So we get to the hospital, you know, we go to leave the house. Jimmy didn't want to bring my red cooler because he was embarrassed. I said, listen here, I have no shame. I am bringing my red cooler with me because I want my ice pops. What am I going to do? What am I going to eat? So we get to the hospital and we leave our bags in the car, right? So our bags and my cooler is still in his car. So we go to the little triage where you get checked. They check me out. Yes, indeed. I have amniotic fluid. They have this little strip thing they wipe, or I think they made me wipe, I believe. And yes, there was amniotic fluid on it. So of course, bam, now I'm stuck here at this hospital. So I said, okay. So they're like, all right, well, can you walk? I said, yeah. I'm like, I've been walking around all evening. And they're like, well, let's walk over here to your room. So they put me in my room where I was going to deliver. And so Jimmy's like, okay, well, I'm going to go get our stuff. So as soon as I got settled in the room, they hooked me up and everything. And then Jimmy went to go get our bags. So Jimmy's like, so I'm going to go get our bags. I said, and my cooler. He is so embarrassed about bringing this cooler. He's like, man, I feel like I'm bringing a heart. He's like, I feel like I was carrying a heart through the hospital. Because, you know, they give you, you got the red cooler and they put the organs in when they trying to do an organ donor or whatever. Jimmy is stupid. So, anywho, that was a very long story to say that Jimmy was embarrassed about this dang red cooler. But nonetheless, I had it, and I had ice pops the whole day. But I found out, so FYI for you pregnant moms, you can have clear liquid. So clear liquid means you can have Sprite. I had ginger ale. So it's not just water and ice chips. I thought I was going to be miserable, but ginger ale and ice pops got me through. Because I was in labor for 24 and a half hours. 24 and a half hours. So, what happened at the hospital? Where are we at? We're at 18 minutes. I'm going to stop this video here and I'll start another one.